It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 23rd day of February, a Tuesday morning. It's going to be kind of warm and muggy here today. Going to be up in the 60s again, but rainy. Today is National Banana Bread Day. That's a day that I kind of like. I can enjoy some banana bread. And also, just for our Emily, it is also National Dog Biscuit Appreciation Day. Now, I don't know what Dog Biscuit Appreciation Day and National Banana Bread Day have in common, but they're both today. So we're going to celebrate both. You can celebrate by going out and getting some loaf of banana nut bread today, and then you can make sure that the four-legged members of the family are taken care of with some treats. All right, cruise ships sailing today from North American ports. Not many, but a few. West Palm Beach got the Grand Classica. Of course, that's soon to be the Margaritaville Paradise. Down in Port Everglades, the new Statendam and the Viking Orion. In Miami, the Scarlet Lady gets underway, and out in Galveston, Adventures of the Seas, which will have our buddy Jack on board. Of course, I'll be on Adventures of the Seas here at the end of next month. So, headlines this morning, which we're going to get to here in just a second. St. John, New Brunswick set to reopen. Charlottetown, Prince Edward Islands announces their 2022 schedule. P&O Auckland Season Cancelled. Royal Caribbean mask policy starts Friday. That's tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. Meyer Turku targets climate neutral cruise ship. Huge loss for Heathrow. And lots more this morning live at 11 o'clock. If you're listening to this via the podcast, you can always access it via my accessible blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts, like TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and you'll come up with the old fat travel guy. All right, we'll be back with some news stories here this morning after this word from one of our network sponsors. Back with today's news. After 2 years without cruise ship visiting the city, St. John, New Brunswick announced that cruises would be returning to its shores at the start of May. The schedule shows a slow start for the summer months with the traditional busy cruise season starting during the fall. St. John expects to welcome 69 cruise ships from 13 different cruise lines. Guests will be able to visit historic city center, view the highest tides in the world, and see the Fundy Cruise Market where local artisans showcase their wares. The first cruise ships to return to St. John will be those of small river cruise operator Pearl Seas Cruises. Only on June 8th will the first large ship sail into port. That'll be Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. She'll be calling in St. John as part of a 5-day cruise from Bayonne, New Jersey. There's been a cruise ban in place in Canada, which meant no cruise ships could visit Canadian ports during both 2020 and 2021. The ban ended November 1st of 2021. As long as Canada doesn't reenact the ban, then things should be set to go. Just in New Brunswick alone, cruises bring in $68 million with almost 400 jobs. In Canada, the industry represents $4 billion in revenues, 30,000 jobs. Charlottetown, another Canadian port, has announced its cruise schedule for 2022, which begins April 22nd and features 75 cruise ship visits. The 75 calls will be from 25 different cruise brands between April and November. Among the ships listed are the Victory 2, Ocean Explorer, Victory 1, Pearl Mist, Pearl Mist 2, Zandam, Caribbean Princess, Amadea, Norwegian Pearl, New Statendam, Seabourn Quest, Pearl Mist, Celebrity Summit, Norwegian Joy, Celebrity Summit again, Silver Whisper, Mind Shift 1, Sky Princess, Aurora, Viking Star, Amira, Viking Octantis, Voyager of the Sea, and Insignia. Some of those ships will be staying overnight in Charlottetown. So things are definitely looking up for things in Canada, which also means that makes guarantees that our Alaska season will not get screwed up. So we definitely want Canada to sail, so Alaska doesn't get messed up as well. P&O Cruises Australia announced cancellation of the 2022 Auckland cruise season, affected 21 voyages that were scheduled to depart from Auckland starting July the 5th and running through November 27th. While P&O Cruises Australia has had useful discussions with New Zealand officials and expect to have further contact, the absence of an agreed restart plan for cruising and uncertainty remains as to when cruising is likely to resume there, making it difficult to sustain the 2022 Auckland cruise season. For Royal Caribbean International, the updated protocols relaxing mask wearing on board will take effect Friday for all sailings departing the U.S. and Puerto Rico. All sailings, face mask will be optional for all fully vaccinated passengers, with one exception. Children participating in the cruise line's Adventure Ocean, which includes supervised activities for ages up to 12 years, are required to wear masks while at the youth program, even if they are vaccinated. Children under 2 years of age are not required to wear masks at any time. All guests of any age are also required to comply with local masking requirements and other health and safety guidelines while in ports of call. Guests are also advised that protocols will be continually reevaluated and are subject to change when necessary, as we have seen numerous times. We're still not out of the woods totally, folks, so count on things changing still as we go along. It's also important to note that the relaxation of the mask policy does not apply to sailings departing from Europe at this time. Meyer Turku and its Nekaleap project has been selected to take part in Business Finland's financing project, which aims to help companies to increase their RDI investments in Finland. The Nekaleap concept is hoping to develop carbon neutral and sustainable technology solutions for cruise ships through an extensive partnership network. The goal is to secure $1 billion order cruise ship, $1 billion of orders for cruise ships for the Turku shipyard. Meyer Turku's goal is to develop a climate neutral cruise ship concept by 2025 and to achieve carbon neutral shipbuilding by 2030. Heathrow Airport reported a loss of $1.8 billion last year as passenger numbers fell to the lowest level since 1972. Just 19.4 million guests moved through the airport. Heathrow was the only European hub to see a reduction in traffic last year due to tighter travel restrictions in EU countries. Cargo, mainly carrying on passenger planes, was 12% down from the pre-pandemic levels. Heathrow expects to welcome 45.5 million passengers in 2022, still well below pre-COVID levels, but certainly a whole lot better than 2021. So hopefully Heathrow will at least get back to a break-even situation for our friends on the other side of the pond. All right, that's it for the news today. Let's go see who's in the chat room. I do have to go this afternoon for my second booster shot. That's set at 1 o'clock, so I got to run out and get jabbed. That's totally voluntary on my part, by the way. Tomorrow, I go for my echocardiogram. However, yesterday at the pulmonologist, I got really good news. My lung function compared to 2018 has actually improved. So that was almost shockingly good news. The pulmonology doctor said, look, I'll look at your echocardiogram, but I'm not worried about it. He says, I think it's your feet swelling. He said, that's dietary. That's from the cruise. You were a lot richer foods than your body was used to, a lot more salt. And, your body's still getting used to having been through 6 months of chemo. He said, give it some time. But he said, I'll look at the test to make sure. But anyway, that's early. That's dark 30 in the morning. It's only supposed to be there an hour. So I should easily be home in time to do the show tomorrow. So I'll have John in the wings just in case, but I'm expecting to do the show tomorrow as scheduled. So, all right. On to the chat room. I said that earlier, didn't I? Nikki's with us down in Jacksonville, 75 degrees. That's very nice. Sonny's with us in Mississippi. Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. Hot Air Tom's with us. Nikki says, heading to St. Augustine Marina to have lunch with our boys. Very nice. Hot Air says, Nikki, any excuse for a good lunch? NCL still has not fixed the screw up on my September cruise. We'll need a certified forensic accountant to figure out what that excursion woman did. That's lovely. Osteen's Seafood in St. Augustine Beach, fried or boiled shrimp. No credit or debit cards, cash only. Wow. I have a restaurant that I go to on a fairly regular basis. It's cash only too. Guess they don't want to give up that 3.8% or whatever it is that your credit cards take. Hot Air says, Nikki, you don't see that very often. More often, they don't want cash. No cash, nothing to steal. Sonny says, darn, we were hoping to get to Australia this year. You might get to Australia, but you're not going to get to New Zealand. I have a feeling. Australia, yes, that's a possibility. Sonny says, broiled shrimp sounds so good. I agree. Chillie is stealing my plan. I am. 2 boosters. Yeah, you're the one that I wasn't even aware I was could get one until you told me that, Hot Air. And I checked, and absolutely, I'm immunocompromised or whatever that big word is. But yeah, all I had to do is go click, 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 click on the computer, and the appointment set at 1 o'clock. So, yep. Thank you, Hot Air. I do appreciate that because I was not aware that I could get that. So, going for it today. So, all right, guys, a little bit on the short side of shows this morning. Again, after such a huge news day yesterday, it was a pretty short news day today. Just, not a whole lot happening other than cruise ships are starting to pick up a little bit. Emma is over. They sailed. I thought they were going to Barbados, but I think she's in Dominica. She said on MSC Seaside, I think she's on. There's about 6 sea somethings with MSC, and of course the Seascape's coming out in this winter. But she said they sailed at 20%. So it's, that's what I was saying on that last or 2 weeks ago. And that's, you need more people out on the ships, folks, for the staff, for the crew, for the ship itself, and goodness knows for the company, but especially for the crew. 20% is great for the passengers, but it's awful for the staff that work so hard to keep us healthy and safe and well taken care of on cruise ships. So yeah, they need more people than that so they can make a decent living. Anyway, that's my take on it. So that's going to wrap me up for today, folks. I get everything processed here and then off to get my jab. I will do that. Hot Air says, Chillie, did you get a hotel credit card yet to start building points? I like IHG, but Marriott or Hilton would work. Lots of bonus points to begin with. And no, I have not. Hot Air says, Chillie and I will now grow a third eye. Yeah, or something, because we've had our 4th jab. But anyway, and same thing with airline credit cards as well. I have since a couple applications in, I have not heard back from them. So we'll see. I'll get one eventually. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. We do this every day, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about all facets of the travel and cruise industry. As always, folks, we appreciate the thumbs up. That helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to please do so. And you'll be notified if you hit the bell notification when I go live or when a new video is posted. Many of the videos now are dealing with accessibility issues on various ships. But still, there's good information there, whether you're mobility challenged or not. So, all right, that's going to wrap me up for today, folks. I'll see everybody the same time, same station tomorrow, same station. I'll see everybody same time, same station tomorrow. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising, and one of these days we'll all get together on the high seas. That's it for today. This is the old fat travel guy. Y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.